Hey everybody, it's Coach Derek here, and I have to ask you a question. Are you the flower or are you the bee? All right, what the heck's he talking about? You know, the flowers and the bees, they both need each other. Those bees need the pollen from the flowers, and the flowers need those bees to spread the pollen around. So they both need each other, but they go about it in two totally different ways. The bees are buzzing around, making a lot of noise, spending a lot of energy going from flower to flower to flower all over the place. And the flowers just sit back and say, all right, you come to me. So when it comes to you building your network and when it comes to sales, are you the bee spending a lot of energy, or are everybody coming to you because you're the flower? All right. So I want to share with you something called network stacking. I encourage you, please write that down. Network stacking. And this works for people in sales and entrepreneurs of all different industries and brands and brokerages that you can apply to your business. So I just want to share with you really quick what that looks like. So I'll just use an example like a real estate agent as an example, but you can use this in your industry. So for example, now number one, maybe I'm going to have 4 or 5 meetings today. I can drive all across town, drive there, get stuck in traffic, spend a lot of time and money and energy going everywhere else, or you have them come to you. So maybe this is going to be at your office, or maybe a local coffee shop, whatever that may be that works best for you. So first, okay, my first meeting is going to be, let's say it's 8 o'clock and I'm working with a buyer. Okay, awesome. So I'm meeting with this buyer and I'm providing, I'm focused on them. I'm not making it about me. I'm focused on them. What are their goals? And providing value for them. Now, let's say I'm going to have an hour meeting with them. And so let's say the next meeting at 9 o'clock, these buyers are just getting started in the home buying process and they need to meet with a lender. Well, guess what? I intentionally just scheduled my 9 o'clock meeting with a lender that I know it can help, right? So this buyer needs the help of this lender, and the lender, I'm sure they could use a new client. So this meeting was intentional so I could introduce them. 9 o'clock, oh, Mr. and Mrs. Lender, I just want to introduce you to this buyer. I'm just so excited. They're just getting started, and I know they could be in a lot stronger position with a good being pre-approved with a great lender such as yourself. So I just like for you to, maybe you guys meet, maybe set up another meeting or just swap information. All right. Now maybe the next one, my 10 o'clock is not just a random meeting. It's very intentional. Let's say I'm working with a builder and the builder wants to start looking at new construction loan options. So this is very intentional. So this is my builder. Okay, so oh, Mr. and Mrs. Builder, hey, I'm so glad you're here. I want to introduce you to my friend lender here. Not only are they good at residential, I know they have some good construction options as well. Love for you guys just to meet. Maybe you guys can schedule a meeting or swap information. Right? So I'm sure the lender would love to be able to help this builder, and the builder would love to be able to look at some new options. All right. So once again, I'm not just having random meetings. They're very intentional. And not only am I providing value during this meeting, I'm connecting these people together, right? All right, so maybe the next one, 11 o'clock, very intentional. I have a buyer who's looked at everything in town, and if you can't find it, what do? Build it. Yes, so very intentionally, I want this buyer is going to come in here, and when the buyer comes in, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, I want to introduce you to ABC Builder. They're one of the best builders in town. I think they'd be really good for what you're looking for. I'd love for maybe you guys to meet, schedule a time when they can show you, what floor plans and options they have. All right, so this builder, I'm sure, would love to be able to sell another house, and this buyer would like to start looking at what options there are when it comes to new construction. You see where we're going here? This is what we call network stacking. We're stacking them all on top. Number one, they're coming to me. I'm not buzzing around going out to them. Two, these are not just random stacked. It's how can I provide value from people to people to people. Let's say 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, this buyer is new in town and they have some kids. And they're going, man, I feel uneasy. I mean, I use this daycare from the other state I was in, and I was so comfortable, I got to find a new one. Well, guess what? I have a client of mine. That just happens to run a daycare. So they're coming in. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, I'm so glad. I want to introduce you to my friend who runs one of the best daycares in town. Oh, my goodness, that's so awesome, right? Oh, my goodness. Oh. So once again, this buyer is able to get some security and having a good daycare. And daycare, I'm sure they would love to have a brand new client. And the next one could be insurance. This person who's looking for insurance, right? Or you can just completely stack just providing value. So number one, write this down. I'm the flower. Two, it's like providing value for each and one of these. And two, you are building a network, not just everybody connected to you, it's everybody being connected with each other. So you've heard 1,000 times that your net worth is equal to your network. Well, it's not just having a big number in your database. It is about the value that you provide to that database. And, you know, when people get together, they usually talk about what they have in common. The next time these people get together, what do they have in common? You. When these two people get together, what do they have in common? You. And look, this person here, I provided 2 levels of benefit. This person, 2 levels of benefit. Look at the stacked value you provide. When you provide value, that's when you build relationships. And that is what business is all about. It's not just about the sales. It's about building relationships, providing value. And when you do network stacking, it provides it at the highest level in the most efficient way. Right? So this will work in any kind of sales. Now, this only works if you apply it. So what do you do next? I want you to go in. If you're going to do 4 or 5 meetings stacked like this, I want you to find 4 or 5 people, and I want you to intentionally find who can I connect, following this network stacking model. So it only works if you work it. So plan a day, stack these up, and provide value at the highest level. That's what it's all about, right? So if there's anything else that I can do to help you out, please reach out. I'm here to help. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.